we are here at the heart of the operation, where these colossal steel structures are taking shape. The engineering involved is truly world-class.
This 70,000-ton steel leviathan is designed to crush 4-meter-thick Arctic ice using sheer kinetic force and weight. The construction begins with the precision forging of specialized Arctic steel plates, capable of resisting extreme structural stress. Standard steel becomes brittle at -50 degrees Celsius, thus, a unique nickel-manganese alloy is strictly required here. Robotic laser welding systems operate with micron-level precision to ensure every hull seam is stronger than the metal itself. Every single weld undergoes X-ray ultrasound scanning to eliminate even the smallest microscopic air bubbles or structural defects. The propulsion heart features twin RITM-400 nuclear reactors, delivering a massive 315 megawatts of constant thermal power. Lowering the reactor vessel into the hull requires synchronized hydraulic jacks with a tolerance of less than 2 millimeters. Engineers monitor the reactor's primary cooling loop, utilizing high-pressure forged pipes designed for a 50-year operational lifespan. The engine room is a labyrinth of heavy machinery, housing massive steam turbines that drive the ship's electric motors. We utilize advanced 3D metal printing technology to manufacture the complex geometries of the ship's massive titanium propellers. Each titanium blade is polished using diamond-tipped cutters to achieve a surface finish that minimizes hydrodynamic cavitation. The modular construction strategy involves assembling the ship in massive blocks, each weighing up to 3,000 tons. The Goliath crane, a 1,200-ton lifting titan, positions these modules with laser-guided accuracy onto the main assembly bed. As the primary hull sections are joined, the Rossiya begins to exhibit the immense scale of modern Arctic engineering. With the primary hull structural integrity verified, the focus shifts to the internal compartmentalization of the lower decks. Sub-zero specialized insulation panels are installed to protect the sensitive electronic control systems from extreme external temperatures. Each panel is secured with vibration-resistant fasteners, essential for a ship that will constantly undergo massive structural shocks. In the heavy assembly bay, the main gearbox modules are being tested under simulated full-load torque conditions. These gearboxes must transfer over 100,000 horsepower from the steam turbines to the three main propulsion shafts. We use synthetic lubricants designed to remain fluid at temperatures where standard oil would freeze into a solid block. Precision laser alignment tools verify that the shafts are perfectly straight over a distance of more than 50 meters. Simultaneously, the upper superstructure modules are being outfitted with advanced satellite navigation and Arctic radar arrays. This radar system can detect ice thickness variations miles ahead, allowing the captain to choose the path of least resistance. High-pressure hydraulic lines are now being routed through the ship's double hull, providing power to the massive steering gear. These lines are made of seamless cold-drawn steel, tested at 3 times the maximum operational pressure to prevent leaks. The electrical grid of the Rossiya is managed by an AI-driven system that balances load between propulsion and life support. Over 500 kilometers of specialized fire-resistant cabling are integrated into the ship's internal steel skeleton. Each cable run is protected by automated fire suppression zones that can isolate a short circuit in milliseconds. We are now preparing for the installation of the bridge module, the central nerve center of this Arctic Titan. The bridge module installation requires millimeter precision, as it houses the integrated Arctic command and control system. Beneath the bridge, we are installing the reinforced support pillars designed to absorb vertical shocks during ice impacts. Each pillar is crafted from a high-density alloy, capable of withstanding tens of thousands of tons of instantaneous pressure. In the specialized painting hangar, the hull receives an ultra-low friction polymer coating to prevent ice adhesion. This specialized coating must be applied in a humidity-controlled environment to ensure perfect chemical bonding with the steel. Robot sprayers apply multiple layers, each measured by sensors to maintain a uniform thickness across the massive surface. Moving to the stern, the rudder assembly is being fitted, featuring a dual-axis design for extreme maneuverability in ice fields. The rudder stock is forged from a single ingot of reinforced steel, eliminating any potential points of structural weakness. Hydraulic actuators for the steering system are now undergoing stress tests, cycling through thousands of full lock turns. We are integrating the bubbling system, which pumps compressed air under the hull to reduce friction during icebreaking. Massive air compressors, driven by the ship's auxiliary power, are being bolted onto vibration-dampening reinforced mounts. The piping for the bubbling system is made of corrosion-resistant stainless steel, designed for decades of exposure to seawater. On the main deck, the heavy-duty towing winches are being installed, capable of pulling stranded vessels through thick ice. These winches utilize electromagnetic braking systems to prevent cable snapback under the extreme tension of Arctic rescue. Every component added brings us closer to the final structural integration of the most complex vessel ever built. The focus now shifts to the integration of the primary cooling circuit for the RITM 400 nuclear reactor units. These pipes are forged from a specialized stainless steel alloy, designed to remain ductile under intense radiation flux. Robotic inspection crawlers are deployed inside the primary loop to verify the integrity of internal weld beads. The secondary heat exchangers, massive titanium units, are being lowered into the shielded reactor compartment by overhead cranes. Every connection point is sealed with multi-layer metal gaskets, capable of holding pressure at 300 atmospheres. Automated torque wrenches apply over 10,000 Newton-meters of force to secure the reactor vessel's primary containment head. Simultaneously, the ship's emergency power systems, consisting of 4 high-output diesel generators, are undergoing synchronization tests. These generators are isolated on floating shock absorber mounts to ensure operation even during violent ice ramming maneuvers. The main electrical bus bars, thick copper conductors, are being routed to the propulsion motors in the aft section. Each bus bar is insulated with ceramic composite materials to prevent thermal runaway during maximum power delivery cycles. Moving to the exterior, the hull's icebreaker belt is undergoing a final ultrasonic stress test at critical impact zones. The data from these sensors is fed into a digital twin, simulating a direct collision with polar shelf ice. High-intensity LED searchlights are being installed on the bridge wings, designed to pierce through thick Arctic blizzards. The installation of the satellite communication domes marks the final phase of the superstructure's electronic outfitting.
Well, here we are on the deck of this enormous industrial vessel. The scale of the operation out here is quite remarkable, presenting unique logistical challenges for the crew.
With the structural shell finalized, we initiate the installation of the high-pressure steam distribution network. Each steam line is clad in multi-layered aerogel insulation to prevent thermal energy loss during transfer to turbines. The main steam valves, forged from chromium molybdenum steel, are tested to withstand sudden thermal shocks of 400 degrees. We are now integrating the auxiliary cooling towers, designed to dump excess thermal energy during emergency reactor scrams. The piping layout utilizes a flexible mounting system to compensate for the ship's hull bending in extreme ice conditions. In the aft section, the 3 primary electric propulsion motors, each weighing 300 tons, are being aligned. These motors utilize superconducting magnets to achieve 98% efficiency, a first for a ship of this scale. The shaft seals are engineered with reinforced carbon fiber rings to prevent high-pressure seawater from entering the engine room. We are deploying the automated lubrication system, which injects microfiltered oil into the shaft bearings every 60 seconds. In the dry dock, the bow thruster units are being bolted into their reinforced housings for low-speed maneuvering. These thrusters feature variable pitch blades, allowing the Rossiya to rotate 360 degrees within its own length. The underwater hull is now receiving its final layer of ice-resistant coating applied by specialized high-pressure spray robots. Every square centimeter is inspected using laser topography to ensure there are no microscopic pits that ice could grip. The ship's ballast tanks, designed to shift thousands of tons of water in seconds, are undergoing high flow rate tests. This rapid weight shifting allows the ship to rock itself loose if it becomes wedged in a massive ice pressure ridge. We now commence the integration of the emergency core cooling system, a redundant safety layer for the reactors. High-pressure boron injection pumps are installed to provide immediate shutdown capability under extreme emergency conditions. These pumps are tested to operate even at a 30-degree tilt, ensuring safety during violent Arctic storms. The primary containment vessel is now being encased in a high-density reinforced concrete shield for radiation protection. Specialized heavyweight concrete, mixed with magnetite, is used to maximize gamma-ray absorption within the compartment. Precision sensors are embedded within the shielding to monitor temperature and structural integrity in real time. On the upper decks, the automated helicopter hangar doors are being fitted with heavy-duty heating elements. These elements prevent ice buildup from jamming the mechanisms, allowing for emergency aerial operations in any weather. The ship's lifeboats, specialized in closed polar capsules, are mounted onto high-speed gravity launch davits along the hull. Each capsule is designed to keep 30 crew members alive for 5 days in temperatures of -60. Moving to the internal logistics, the automated pallet handling system is being installed in the dry storage hold. This system allows the crew to manage months of food and supplies without manual labor in freezing conditions. The ship's desalination plant, capable of producing 50 tons of fresh water daily, is now being pressurized. It utilizes a reverse osmosis system with reinforced membranes designed to filter icy, silt-heavy Arctic seawater. Every internal system is now linked to the main bridge via a redundant fiber optic data backbone. Integration of the integrated bridge system is now complete, providing the crew with a 360-degree digital tactical view. High-resolution thermal cameras are calibrated to detect thermal anomalies in the ice crust from up to 10 kilometers away. We are now installing the acoustic sensors along the keel to monitor the sound of ice fracturing against the hull. These sensors provide critical data on the structural stress levels, allowing the AI to adjust propulsion power instantly. The focus moves to the interior crew quarters, designed as a self-contained biological shield against potential radiation leaks. Air filtration units, with HEPA, 9-grade membranes are being activated to ensure a constant supply of purified oxygen. The ship's medical bay is outfitted with a full surgical suite and automated diagnostic pods for long-duration polar missions. Heavy-duty electromagnetic shielding is applied to the server room to protect against solar flares and electromagnetic interference. On the exterior, the massive stern crane, capable of lifting 60 tons in sub-zero winds, is undergoing load testing. The crane's hydraulic fluids are heated by a dedicated thermal circuit to prevent solidification at -50 degrees. The primary anchor windlasses, featuring high-torque electric motors, are being synchronized for deep-water mooring operations. The anchor chains are forged from a specialized high-tensile steel alloy, tested to withstand 30,000 kilonewtons of tension. We are now conducting the first dry run of the automated reactor scram system, verifying response times within milliseconds. Safety control rods, made of boron carbide, are dropped into the core simulator to verify immediate neutron absorption. The final structural welds of the internal reactor shielding are inspected one last time using high-energy gamma-ray imaging. The primary flooding of the dry dock begins, a delicate operation requiring constant monitoring of the ship's buoyancy. Centrifugal pumps with massive flow capacities stabilize the vessel as it transitions from its supports to the water. Tugboats, with reinforced hulls, move into position, ready to guide the 70,000-ton Titan into the open sea. The first startup of the RITM-400 reactors is conducted under the strictest international nuclear safety protocols. Steam pressure builds within the secondary circuit, spinning the massive turbines for the very first time in transit. Sensors throughout the engine room confirm that vibrations are well within the calculated structural tolerance levels. The Rossiya enters the deep water channel, where it will undergo its primary propulsion and maneuvering sea trials. Testing the emergency crash stop capability, the ship reverses its 3 massive electric motors at maximum torque. The wake generated by the 300-megawatt propulsion system illustrates the raw power of this nuclear leviathan. In the ice testing basin, the ship performs its first ramming maneuver against simulated 4-meter-thick ice ridges. Structural strain gauges transmit millions of data points per second to verify the hull's dynamic response to impact. The success of these trials confirms the Rossiya as the most advanced Arctic engineering achievement in human history. This vessel will ensure year-round navigation through the Northern Sea Route, redefining global maritime logistics forever. As the sun sets over the Arctic horizon, the Rossiya stands as a monument to modern industrial capability.
Behind me, the Rossiya is undergoing extensive maintenance. The round-the-clock efforts to modernize this vessel continue before it returns to the Northern Sea Route.